Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call this public meeting of the Mayor and Council officially to order. This time I would ask everyone to please rise for a moment of silent prayer and our reflection as we just honored Memorial Day, as we think about all the men and women who gave their lives for our country. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please note the fire exits to my left, your right, into the main hallway, and behind you into the main parking lot. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to advance notice of and attend any meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests and discuss their activities. In accordance with this act, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Milford have caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Borough Hall. Notices have been sent to the Record and the Ridgewood News. The mission of this governing body is to provide essential services through the establishment and implementation of public policy that will safeguard the infrastructure, provide fair, honest, courteous, and professional services, establish a sense of trust and accomplishment between all residents, and through research and prudent planning seek to minimize risk while improving our services. We are sensitive to the needs and satisfaction of our taxpayers, while realizing that this governing body cannot be all things to all people, within the revenue constraints imposed by state mandates, economic conditions, and prevailing attitudes about taxation. At this time, I would ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilwoman Samuelson. Councilman Zauner.
Here.
Council President Duffy. Councilman Grotzky.
Here.
Councilman Seymour.
Here.
Councilwoman Grant.
Here.
Mayor Petrino.
Here. Okay, first thing on the agenda tonight is a proclamation for Gun Violence Awareness Day. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas gun violence claimed 46,728 lives in the United States in 2023. And whereas gun violence is among youth continues to be a major public health crisis, with guns being the leading cause of death among children and teens ages 1 to 17 for 4 consecutive years. And whereas protecting public safety in the communities they serve is the mayor's highest responsibility. And whereas support for our Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens goes hand in hand with keeping guns away from dangerous people. And whereas mayors and law enforcement officers know their communities best, are the most familiar with local criminal activity and how to address it, and are best positioned to understand how to keep their citizens safe. And whereas to help honor those whose lives are cut short, and the countless survivors who are injured by shootings every day, the National Coalition of Organizations has designated the first Friday in June, this year, June 6th, as National Gun Violence Awareness Day. And whereas the color orange was chosen to represent the issue because hunters wear orange to announce themselves to other hunters when in the woods, and orange is a color that symbolizes the value of human life. Whereas anyone can join this campaign by pledging to wear orange on June 6, 2025, to help raise awareness about gun violence. And whereas by wearing orange on June 6, 2025, Americans will raise awareness about gun violence and honor the lives of gun violence victims and survivors. And whereas we renew our commitment to work together to reduce gun violence and to pledge to do all we can to keep firearms out of the wrong hands and encourage responsible gun ownership for children, law enforcement personnel, and keep our citizens safe. Now therefore be resolved that I, Michael Petrino, Mayor of the Borough of Milford, declare June 6, 2025 to be National Gun Violence Awareness Day. Honor and remember all the victims and survivors of gun violence, and encourage all citizens to support the efforts of their local communities to prevent the tragic effect of gun violence and to honor and value human lives. And I will have the gazebo lit up orange. Okay, moving on, we have two appointments. May I get a motion to appoint Mervyn Malley and Judith Freeman.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you very much, Mervyn and Judith. I believe those are reappointments. Yes, thank you for your continued service to our borough. Under unfinished business, may I get a motion for the approval of the minutes of May 12, 2025, closed session and work session? Okay. Any opposed? We have a couple of ordinance adoptions up tonight. First one being 2025:17, and the clerk has the opportunity to read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 30 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Milford entitled Land Use Regulations, thereby amending subsection 30-28.9 entitled Parking of Commercial, Other Vehicles, and Boats in Residential Districts.
The purpose of this ordinance is to increase the permitted height of commercial vehicles in residential districts to accommodate the current common code commercial cargo limits. I believe that number is 10 At this time, make a motion to open up the public for public hearing on this ordinance. Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding this ordinance, now is the opportunity to come forward. Seeing that no member of the public wishes to come forward at this time, I would ask a motion to close the public. Second. Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading? Motion. Second. May I get a roll call, please?
Councilman Zauner.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky. Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Second one up for adoption tonight is 2025:18, and the clerk has the opportunity to ask her to please read the ordinance.
An ordinance to amend Chapter 7 of the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Milford entitled Traffic, thereby amending subsection 7-3.3 entitled Parking Prohibited at All Times on Certain Streets, and subsection 7-3.4 entitled Parking Prohibited During Certain Hours on Certain Streets.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to prohibit parking on certain street sections of Cedar Road, Shea Drive, and Reichelt Road, and to prohibit parking on Mill Road during certain hours on school days due to the safety concerns as recommended by the traffic officer and the Milford Police Department. May I get a motion to open to the public for a public hearing on this ordinance?
Motion. Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen of the public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding this ordinance, now is your opportunity to come forward. Seeing that no member of the public wishes to come forward at this time, I would ask for a motion to close the public.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? May I get a motion to adopt this ordinance on its final reading?
Second.
May I get a roll call, please?
Yes. Councilman Zauner.
Yes.
Councilman Grotzky.
Yes.
Councilman Seymour.
Yes.
Councilwoman Grant.
Yes. Okay, under new business, schedule updates. Okay, on Saturday, May 31st is Mental Health Awareness Day, sponsored by the New Milford Municipal Alliance. It'll be from 9:30 to 12 p.m. at the Knightsfield Pavilion. Following that, on Saturday, May 31st, is the Music and Arts Festival, sponsored by the New Milford Arts Committee. It'll be from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Knightsfield Pavilion. If it is raining that day, the plan is to move it to the YMCA. And if that happens, there should be an electronic bulletin board saying it, and we will post it on Facebook as well. On Wednesday, June 4th, Bergen County Commissioner meeting on the road in New Milford, sponsored by the Bergen County Commissioners. The time is 7 p.m., and it'll be at the New Milford Borough Hall Courtroom. Basically, the commissioners, every once in a while, they hold their meetings in different municipalities and county, and on June 4th, they have selected New Milford, so they will be here. So anyone who wants to attend the commissioner meeting, they'll be coming to New Milford's courtroom at 7 o'clock. On Monday, June 30th, is the New Milford Athletic Department 29th Annual Golf Outing, sponsored by the New Milford Athletic Boosters. It starts at 8:15 a.m. check-in, and it's at the golf club at Mansion Ridge. Those are the only events that I have. Is there any that I missed or need to add? Okay. Item number 2 is the administrator's report.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to start with an engineering update. The DEP has completed its administrative review of the permit application for the French Brook Restoration Project, and it is currently in technical review. The application has been under review since January 23rd. We've received approval from the NJDOT to publicly bid the 2025 municipal aid project for Rosalind Monroe Marion improvements. The project documents are currently being finalized for public bidding. In addition, we've also received approval from the DOT on the Steuben Avenue and various road improvements, which include Steuben, Clinton, Linwood, Maple, and Roosevelt, and those documents are being finalized for bid as well. We are working on a municipal aid for roadway. This one's for, it's the local infrastructure fund. We're working on a local aid infrastructure fund application for submission to NJDOT. It includes a couple of different areas in town where there's some need for some repairs. The Main Street Improvement Project, we've submitted a grant extension request to the DOT, and we're awaiting a response. And the engineer is currently preparing project documents. And let's see, and that's it for the engineering report. We had a pre-construction meeting on May 16th with the county for storm drain upgrades on River Road. There are 15 locations from Zabriskie Place to Milford Avenue that will be upgraded. The work will be done south to north and is scheduled to start at Zabriskie Place the week of June 2nd and will take approximately 2 months to complete. The deadline to apply for a mail-in ballot for the June 10th primary election is Tuesday, June 3rd, and early voting is available beginning Friday, June 6th, and running through Sunday, June 8th. Summer hours, I can't believe we're here already, but Borough Hall summer hours will begin on Friday, it says June 2nd, June 6th, and it's actually the week of June 2nd, and the hours are going to be Thursday from 8 to 4, and Friday from 8 to 1. And then the next meeting of the Mayor and Council is a work session that's scheduled for Monday, June 9th at 7 p.m.
And at that meeting, I'm trying to schedule the Gold Award and Silver Award Girl Scouts to give them certificates. We are going back and forth on dates, and I'm hoping we can work it out, but I'm hoping to get at least one of those groups. Yeah.
That would be great.
Yes. Okay. Any questions for the administrator? Okay. Everyone has seen the resolutions. Are there any that need to be pulled for further discussion and or vote? If not, we're going to move on to the council committee reports, and we're going to start with Councilwoman Grant.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate your announcement that the Milford Arts Festival is this Saturday afternoon at Knightsfield, and there will be a sign, an electronic sign in case of rain. We will be making that decision tomorrow. And also the library had a get-together on Friday. The Board of Trustees, the staff, and the Friends of the Library. This is our second annual get-together. We figured that we all work for and support the library in various ways, and our paths don't often cross. So we thought it would be really nice to have a get-together so that we could all get to know each other. And it was a success, and everybody had a wonderful time. It's very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Seymour.
Thank you, Mayor. Very briefly, and you mentioned this, I just want to again compliment the Municipal Alliance for their hard work in planning the upcoming Mental Health Awareness Day on Saturday. They're putting a lot of effort into it, which I'm sure will be another fantastic and very impactful event. And I also just want to say it was really a privilege and an honor to be able to participate in such a great parade for Memorial Day in memory of those we've lost who've made the ultimate sacrifice. Our police department, DPW, fire department, and everyone who's part of the borough, and of course our committees who planned it did a fantastic job as always. I just want to compliment and thank them.
I second that, yes.
Councilman Garza.
As I reported in the past, April, the police department had a distracted driving grant, and the outcome was that in April, it was for a total of 100 hours. They did 93.5 hours. There was absolutely no cost to the borough. They issued 59 summonses, 2 warrant arrests, and 112 written warnings. So they did a very good job on that. In May, it was just last week, they had a pedestrian traffic enforcement detail where there were 37 more vehicle stops. Pedestrian summonses were 15 summonses, 13 written warnings. Speeding summonses were 2 summonses, 2 warnings, and other motor vehicle violations for 3 summonses and 2 written warnings. So our police are out there keeping us safe, and it's very good that they are, because if you drive in now, I see all kinds of crazies on the road these days. So thank you, NMPD. That's my report.
Thank you. Councilman Zollner.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to thank the Public Defense Committee for a job well done for our Memorial Day parade. I also want to thank the high school volunteers who participated in helping with the parade. We did have a few hiccups, however, we learned from it, and we will remember to correct them going forward. The DPW, I'd like to thank them for all they do for our Memorial Day event. They also, what an excellent job with the Borough Hall and the way it looks today. Planning Board, we met on 5/20, and we adopted a resolution for the borough's housing element and fair share plan for the 4th round housing obligation, which was sent to the mayor and council, and I believe we're going to be seeing that tonight. With recreation, Williamsfield, with all this, regardless of all the rain that we've had, it's been topsoil seeded, and still hoping for opening day for fall soccer. The volleyball courts are now open. The Sandra volleyball courts are now open. We had a ribbon cutting last Sunday, and they're now in use. We had a timer installed at the Barber Field with the LED lighting. There was an issue where they were on all night, so that situation has been taken care of. Soccer training is ongoing now for the Travel League. Fall soccer registration is open as of 5/26. Summer recreation is open for summer rec and counseling. If you're interested, you email our director assistant on the rec webpage. Requirements for counseling are 16 years of age or entering junior year of high school. The season begins 6/30 and continues through August 1st. Softball registration has begun, and kickball, 98 have registered, and there will be 6 teams, and begins on 5/29, and that's, I guess,
It's a growing program.
That's the
30 and
adult.
over.
That's the adults, right?
If
That's
you're
the
willing to
adult
get out
kickball.
there and see if you can raise your leg more than 45 degrees, or run down the block, you're okay. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sandhusen.
Thank you. The mayor, I just want to give a congratulations to Chairwoman Kelly Grifo for a great Mayor's Miles in May Mayor's Wellness Campaign month. She coordinated numerous events across town and coordinated with the YMCA as a partner and the Senior Center. So I had the opportunity to attend the Senior Center outdoor yoga class. It was a beautiful day. It was well attended, and everyone had a great time. And let's see, the green team is still busy with Trex collection. It's really popular. The bin, they emptied the bin today, but I do have, they got 20 bags out of the bin today, which is almost 200 pounds. Yeah. But they did find ants. So we have to remind people that the bags need to be clean and dry. If there are any food crumbs, do not include them in the Trex drop. Just put those in the garbage. So it's really important. And they'll be posting some information and reminders on their Instagram and Facebook page. The Environmental and Energy Commission continues to work on the Community Energy Planning Grant. They're going to be looking for a consultant to assist with stakeholder meetings and preparing the final report. And they have some good news regarding the native plant garden, where they found a consultant that they're going to be working with to develop a site plan. So that process will include, we will usher the design through the NJDEP and FEMA approval process, and the EC's vision of the native plant garden is to be a place of education, restoration, and beautification. NJ Film Ready, that project is still happening. There's a lot, I've been uploading photos and going around taking pictures of the municipality, and I'm going to, before I have I'm almost ready for submit for NJ film ready approval, but I'd like to review the materials with the borough administrator before that's done. And a couple of special projects of just, let's see, first, Tuesday, May 20th, I attended a presentation by the Regenerative Farm Network of New Jersey and North Jersey Resource Conservation and Development. They hosted a tour at Cotton Cattle Company, a regenerative farm located in Asbury, New Jersey. The tour highlighted regenerative farming practices that improve soil health, reduce drought and flooding, and improve the quality of nearby rivers and streams. I'm interested in learning how we can bring some of those practices to urban areas to make our town more resilient to flooding. And speaking of drought reminder, we are still in a drought watch. I know it's hard to imagine with the rain, I know, but the groundwater is not recharged and the streams and rivers are still low. So the water tables are very low, and a reminder to residents to turn off their automatic sprinkler cleaning, and a recommendation to install or upgrade your rain sensors to a smart controller and reduce watering to 2 days per week. And I'm complete. Thank you. I know, it's not great.
I was 4 golf balls in the river.
Under historic Newbridge Landing, if anyone takes a look over there, you'll notice that the Christie House is getting new windows and a new roof. And everyone knows that the Christie House is a Milford gem. So, Memorial Day, yes, thank you for everyone involved. And, special thanks to Darlene Mako and the Public Events Committee. It is not easy to organize a parade. She did a fantastic job. It's a lot of work. And I want to thank her and Nancy for the Friday night before, with the Boy Scouts, putting the flags on the soldiers in our Huguenot Cemetery. Talking about the volleyball opening, I want to thank the Milford High School volleyball team girls for coming down and helping us, christen it. I jumped into the sand with them with my shoes off, and I can't. It was very humbling for me. Since our last meeting, we had the celebrated police week and DPW week. We had a event for every borough. And last thing I'm going to add is, at our last meeting, when we were talking about Dilworth Ave, there was some confusion to who Dilworth was, and a lot of people didn't know. Me included, so it was really bothering me. Fortunately, one of our council members happened to contact me and send me an article. So I'm going to read that article tonight, so everyone is aware. This is an article that appeared in the New York Times on April 20, 1966. The Army Surgeon General's office denied tonight that there had been negligence in the case of Donald Dilworth, a newly inducted Army private from Milford, New Jersey. Private Dilworth died on April 11th from pneumonia within 24 hours after he was admitted to the Walton Army General Hospital in Fort Dix, New Jersey. He was married on April 3rd and inducted to the Army the next day. Dilworth received the best of care, including antibiotic drugs, the Army spokesman said. We know he was sick 3 days before he was admitted to the hospital. Lieutenant Colonel William S. Mulvey, spokesperson for the Surgeon General's office, disclosed that Private Dilworth had received a chest X-ray on April 7th, 3 days after infection, and it revealed no abnormal situation. The intent Private Dilworth was admitted to the hospital, and there mentioned a 3-day history of chills, pneumonia, chills. Another X-ray was taken, which was disclosed pneumonia. Colonel Mullins said that initially there was no explanation for the sudden development of pneumonia 3 days later. The other medical authorities at the Watson General Hospital detected no serious sign of Private Dilworth's condition at 4:30 a.m. Colonel Mullins said that both New Jersey Senators, Clifford Gates and Harrison William Jr., and Representatives Henry Hestowski requested full report from Army Secretary Stanley Reservoir and the Surgeon General Lieutenant General Leonard D. Keith. Congressional sources said there were many questions concerning Private Dilworth's death that they intended to investigate. Among them was why his pneumonia had not been detected during examination of the body every year. Indicated that the Surgeon General of the Board expected also to deny that Private Dilworth had been virtually unattended during the all-day visit of his parents and bride to the hospital on Sunday, April 10th. Private Dilworth was admitted to the hospital Sunday, April 10th, and died early the next morning. According to congressional sources, the parents reported that despite their demands that their son receive hospital care, they were told by Army medical personnel that millions needed. When they sought to bring their son water, these sources continued. Parents were told that Private Dilworth, who was lying on a stretcher, should rise and get water himself to clear up his own congestion. It was also reported that Private Dilworth's parents and wife were advised that he would go away and not excite the patient, and he would be up and on his feet and walk out to meet them. Private Dilworth passed right after that. So that's why we have a sign and a star next to Donald Dilworth. Okay. Making a motion to approve resolutions 2025:140 and 2025:141.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going into closed session. When we come out of closed session, no action will be taken by this governing body. Making a motion to go to close. Making a motion to open up to the public.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen, public, if anyone has any questions or comments regarding the good welfare of the Milford, we ask that you come up at this time. And seeing that no member of the public wishes to come up at this time, I ask for a motion to close the public.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Making a motion to go into closed session. Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great night, and be careful on the roads. School's almost out.